Hello, my name is John Davies and this is my demonstration tape for Traeger grills. I don't have a Traeger grill to demonstrate, so what I'm going to do is demonstrate a pan. Have you ever wondered what to give a newlywed when they get married? I've wondered that same thing, and what I've come across is the perfect gift is a good piece of cookware, like this stock pot. I bought this a couple years ago and it's been one of my favorite investments. I've made several different types of soups and stews, and to me nothing makes a warm, welcoming winter meal like a big beef stew with a nice chunk of bread to go along with it. But surprisingly enough, when I look for cookware like this, I look for a good sturdy, solid stainless steel bottom. I'm not a big fan of coated cookwares with the Teflon on the inside, because I look at cookware as being somewhat of it's kind of like a chain, where the chain is only as good as the weakest link. And if you happen to burn the Teflon off the bottom of a pan, it's toast and it's not good anymore. So I like a good solid piece of stainless steel, plain cookware, just like this. But as you can see with my spread here, I'm not going to make stew tonight. I'm going to make kettle corn. Now, if you're like me, you've been to county fairs and you've been to harvest festivals, and you've probably seen and smelled that delicious smell of popcorn going through the crowds, and they advertise it a lot of times as slightly sweet and slightly salty, and it's actually not that bad for you too. It's a whole lot better for you than say the microwave popcorn that you get at the stores. What I did is I turned the heat on to almost high, and this is how you start. Kettle corn pops at a pretty high heat, and what you do is, before you get started on kettle corn, it's best to have all your ingredients spread out, because you have to put them in timing is everything on this. If you get too much time on the sugar, it's going to turn brown and it's not going to taste very good, and the oil will start to burn too. So what you do is you want it as hot as you can, pop it as fast as you can, and with the technique I'm going to show you, you want to have the popcorn with as little contact with the surface as you can, otherwise that's going to burn too. I have two pot holders here. That's important to have them ready, because you don't want anything to be, oh yeah, I need this, and then have to go run and get it while this is burning. Now this has been heating for a little bit. You don't want to get too hot or it might start warping the bottom of the pan. And to that I add 1/4 cup of oil. And with the oil you can use canola oil or corn oil or any light vegetable oil, but you don't want something like olive oil, even though that's supposed to be good for you because it adds an odd flavor to it. Then what I do is I take a few of my kernels of corn, drop about 4 of those in here, and by the way, that was 1/4 cup of oil. This is 1/2 cup of popcorn, and then okay, that's starting, I can see it start sizzling in there. I put the lid on so it's not going to pop out of the pan and burn me. But when I hear the popcorn start to pop inside, I'm going to add the rest of this and wait about 15 seconds and then add the sugar. It's important that you let the popcorn oil get up to temperature first, because you want this to pop fast, and it's all going to pop pretty much all at once, and you'll see that a little bit later on. Making kettle corn is kind of like dancing with fire. I heard the first one pop there, so it's getting hot. And this is my stove goes up to 10. It's on 8 right now, so it's a fairly hot fire right now. I'm going to pour the rest of this in here. You can see it kind of burn, sizzling. I'm going to turn this down to about 7. And then right now, I should have done this before. Get a wooden spoon and add 1/4 cup of sugar very quickly. You want to give it a little stir so it doesn't all clump up. And that's going to coat perfectly to the popcorn. That's what I love about kettle corn. Now you can hear it popping already, and so you want to, about every couple seconds, you want to lift the pan up and twist it around like that. And that's doing the same things as tines on the bottom of a commercial popcorn maker, making sure that it doesn't get too much contact, but yet making it so it's hot enough. You can hear it popping in there. It smells good. But anyway, you want to make make sure that it doesn't burn on the sides. That's what we're doing here. Now, what I'm listening for, it's going to pop like crazy right there. And you don't want it to get too hot. But you don't wait for 1 or 2 seconds between pops when you take it out of the microwave. It's going to be popping quite steadily still when you take it off the stove. And that's where you kind of have to get a feel for this. This is probably like my 10th batch of this stuff. And there, that's about when you want to take it off. It's going boop, 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 boop. This turned out pretty good. I have a second 6-quart pot over here, but I pour that all in so it'll cool and it won't burn on the bottom of this one here. Now, the second secret ingredient to kettle corn, as you know, is salt. So I have a salt here, and as it is now, it's kind of sticky. It's still really hot, and so the sugar is still kind of caramelized. But what's really neat, and I'm not sure if this will show up on the screen and all, you can see a gloss. You can see it's kind of glossy, and that's what's nice, is it has a nice even coating of the sugar over the popcorn. I don't know if that shows up at all, but then when it's still hot and sticky, you put a little bit of salt on it. And I have another large pan so I can shake it up like that. Put a little bit more salt on it. And that's it. You let it cool a little bit, and then you have your homemade kettle corn, and you don't have to pay $4 a bag for it. Comes out to about, what, 15 or 20 cents a serving. So that's my demonstration video. I hope you learned a lot, and I hope that you like my presentation skills. Thank you.